All right, so this is the secret sauce that we've been keeping a tight lip on. This is a Stage 4 Michigan Motorsports Camshaft. And the story behind this, I met the guys at Michigan Motorsports at LS Fest, and they said, hey, listen, there's a huge need for camshafts in the drift market, but nobody makes a drift-specific camshaft. So they've been doing R&D for about a year now. We're going to be the first person to run this camshaft in not only the Corvette, but also the Camaro. Now, what's great about this is you can order this on their website, and it comes with everything you need to do the camshaft and supporting modifications, such as valve train, oil pump, lifters, all of that. And we're going to walk you through step by step that process in this video. All right, so we're reassembling the rocker arms, but one thing that you want to do when you're doing any sort of motor work is replacing the trunnions. So the factory trunnions have what they call needle bearings. We're going to pop one out. We do have the bronze upgraded trunnions from Michigan Motorsports. So this is definitely a much better solution if you're going to be revving high in the RPM range, and honestly just peace of mind. So I'm going to show you how we press these out and press the new ones in. Come along for the ride. On this rocker, there's going to be what I would call a flat side. You can see here there is some machining to make this flat. This side is round. You'll notice there's nothing there. So when I'm pressing it out, I place the flat side on the socket. So what you're going to do is simply set it like that. That way it's on a flat surface and it has room for this to drop into the socket. There it is. Alright, so that popped. Take the socket out. Tip this over, and you'll notice that's empty. And the reason for that is in your socket is all those needle bearings. So that's what could shoot through your motor and absolutely wreck your oil pump, wreck everything in there. All right, so we got all 16 rockers changed out with the brass hardware, all the C-clips installed. Took me about an hour, so we're gonna start assembling the heads pretty soon here. UPS just dropped off some goodies though. Pretty excited about this. So let me just grab a knife. Oh yeah.
Holy crap, is that a magic clutch?
Bet your ass it is. Oh baby. Alright, so I hit up Jeff over at Mantic Clutch USA. Let him know that we were rebuilding the Corvette. It's got 220,000 miles, the Corvette does. So the clutch, truthfully, looks in good shape, but it's an OEM clutch. The power we're going to throw at it, you need a clutch that can handle it. And Mantic, in my opinion and experience, is the best in the game. I've had the Mantic on the Camaro for 2 years now. Probably 50,000 miles of clutch kicking, drifting, you name it, and it still drives like it's brand new. So huge shout out to Jeff. And if you guys are interested in a Mantic clutch, I'm going to put a discount code in the description. Again, in my experience, this is the best in the game. It's rebuildable, so you don't have to buy a new clutch every time the clutch starts slipping. You can just have this rebuilt. It's all billet. It's lighter. This thing can take some power. All right, both heads are torqued down. The guys are getting the valve cover gaskets on, and we're close. We're very close. All right, so we're getting ready to put the rear cover on. One thing that we want to change is this barbell. So if you take a look at it, you'll notice it's made out of just cheap plastic. The rubber O-ring is really crappy. That's the new one we're putting in. As you can see, the difference is quite significant. So better seal means better filtration. Oh yeah. All right, so we got the new rear main seal installed. It's always a good idea to go ahead and slap on a new rear main. We have our clutch alignment tool that came with the kit. And again, we're kind of just going to reassemble it in the opposite order that we disassembled it. And we are good. Cool. So this should go in and out pretty simple. As you can see, it's lined up nice and good. JD has a metal tool that we're going to shove in there as well, but that's pretty much how you install the Mantic twin disc. So huge shout out to Jeff. If you guys need anything Mantic, I'm going to have a discount code in the description. I absolutely love their clutches. I don't think there's a better one on the market. I've used Monster and a few others, but in my opinion, a clutch is something that you don't want to cheap out on. This is 100% billet, and it's completely rebuildable, so save your investment. You don't want to just throw away a clutch once it starts slipping. This one you literally just take out, get it rebuilt, slap it back in. All right, we're about to prime the oil pump. Hopefully it starts after that. Final stages. It's turning over, baby.
All right, go ahead and plug them up.
Plug them up.
Just a little bit. Come down. Yeah. Oh, we'll get it choppy, boy.
Oh, yeah. How's the oil pressure?
We got 52 pounds of oil pressure right now.
All right. Y'all have to hear this chop. Too spicy.
Gotta give her some more air. Oh yeah, she's dialed, baby. She's dialed. Dialed, baby.
Oh yeah.
What you think, Will?
Badass.
450
Badass.
out of that LS6.
Oh yeah.
All right, going out for first rinse.
Don't know what I just drove over.
Strap.
Okay.
I think 7 is way too high to be his limiter, so I'll turn that down.
Yeah, definitely.
I forgot about that.
It sounds fucking gnarly, but I think to be safe, way too high.
Way too
Probably
high.
like 6,500 would be a sweet spot.
Yeah.
When did it start dipping on the dyno?
Let's look at it.
Okay.
Because dude, it was flat in the 7K. It doesn't drop off.
Okay, so here's the before and after. So before, just stock LS6 with bolt-ons. It did have drop-in pistons, but they're factory replacement forged pistons, so didn't help much. But 387 and 380 is what we started at. That was our baseline. And then after the cam, and actually let me show you this. So this is the horsepower right here, and you can see it drops off at 6,300. And this is why this cam is so good. The new numbers is 451 and 411, but look at this power curve. Goes up, 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 and when it peaks, it stays. This is just hitting rev limiter, but from 6,000 to 7,000 RPM, it stays at 451 horsepower. That's what you want in drifting, is you want to be able to make power, but you don't want to see this. You don't want to see it dropping off. This literally did not drop off from 6,000 to 7,000 RPM. So the guys at Michigan Motorsports definitely have hit the jackpot with this cam. J Speed is loving it. It's an awesome cam. We're about to throw it in that baby over there. So stay tuned for the next video, but super impressed with this. I'll put the link in the description so you guys can check out the cam. They have, I want to say, 3 or 4 different options for the Drift Series lineup from stage 2 all the way up to stage 5. And she is making some beans, boys.